So it's day 1 and 2 of our first ever advanced follow-up from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and the first ever for Dr. Joe as well, that is taking 10 days. And I have to say, after the first day or day and a half, I really felt that it is completely different to any of the week-long retreats that we have been to. We were really used to the week-longs and we kind of knew how they are, but the energy of the people is phenomenal. It's uncomparable to anything we've experienced before. You can just walk through the masses of people and people make eye contact, they look at you, they smile at you on the first day. We haven't even started meditating and they already do it. And in the week-long retreats, people are usually more reserved, holding back, and especially not giving any hugs, no. But here, people are really open, really loving, and the energy is so powerful.
The theme of this retreat is named Highest Love. So, and what is a highest love? It means the universe, what creates us is the highest love. It's the highest form of love. It's what gives us life. And it's always amazing to surrender your problems and your wishes to the highest love. And today was the first day of meditations. We started in the morning, we did 3 meditations. And because we wanted to do videos every single day from Dr. Joe's retreat, but he asked all of us to not make too many videos and to not be too...
Don't share it on social media, he said.
Do not share a lot on social media, so we will keep... We'll keep his words, or we'll keep the promise.
And we keep his work sacred.
Yes. So we will share only things which we are experiencing, because we don't want to teach anything what he's teaching or anything like that.
Yeah. But this is our journal. This is things that we have learned or maybe understood now better than we have before. And like Dr. Cho sometimes asks us to turn to the person next to us and explain to them what we just learned. That's what we might be doing here as well. So these are the journals that we got from Dr. Joe. There's a message. There's always more love. I really like the theme. The heart shaped here in these rings is actually what I heard, a Fibonacci sequence. I could look more into it, but I didn't really do that yet. And we chose to be Team Blue, or as Phil from Modern Family says, Team Blueser. But it's really a beautiful color, which was still missing in our collection.
Next time we will be pink.
Pink, yeah.
Next time definitely pink.
Agreed. Some people pick the same color every year.
Yeah, but we like a change. We like to change. We like the rainbow.
So we can have all these wristbands and lanyards next to each other hanging in our home.
So from my perspective, it is that I almost forgot how amazing it is to be surrounded in one venue with only Dr. Joe people, because these people are so safe to be around that you can leave your luggage somewhere or leave your wallet or whatever expensive thing, and they will just go and return it to you, or they will just leave it where it is, and you feel very safe around these people. And it's really amazing how it works. I wish everywhere in the world it was like this, but we will have to get there. So this is one of the things which I felt yesterday. I felt so happy and grateful to be on the Cancun beach. Now it's dark, so we can't really share with you any beach images.
Also, Kelly, who is the person most responsible for giving us the information how the retreat is going to go, when we have to be back in the ballroom and so on, she was starting with saying, "Welcome home, everybody." And it was really beautiful. Yeah, so yesterday we were having the first evening. It took, I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours, and Dr. Cho got right into it. It's an advanced follow-up retreat, so he didn't waste any time. He got...
That's great for us.
Yes, absolutely.
Because, for example, for me, it's totally new. We were done by 7 o'clock tonight. Because we were just doing meditations and short explanations, and in an advanced retreat, it's usually 8:30 we are done.
The week long.
Yeah. It's really a tough schedule for me because I get very tired because of all the information which you have to absorb and all the information, and then you have to do the meditation. It's quite a lot, but it's really worthy to go to the week long. But now I was a bit stressed today. I was rushing everywhere and so on because I was having a feeling that we will sleep again very, very late by 11, 12, because you have to take care of your things after the retreat ends and your whole day in one sweatpants and so on.
You want to make the videos.
You want to make videos or something extra, but on week-longs we didn't really have time for anything extra. Last year we did also the study with Dr. Joe.
That also took extra time to be in the scientific study.
Yeah, so that was also quite some time.
But we also have to say that we have no clue when we will be ending and starting in the next few days. Not even the team from Dr. Joe knows. It's all on his schedule and on his rules. And he said that Kelly sometimes came to check in with him. Hey, how are you doing? So do we know anything more?
Yeah. So he says that it's his show.
Yeah.
So
and I love that.
Yeah, we love it.
Because he's really playful and he's so excited. You can see how he's a friend which I made from Australia. He said he's so fired up. I've never seen him this fired up because it's something new for him, and he immediately started. We gotta go.
Yeah, he's really, really like going.
He's excited, really excited.
And he made friend from Australia because I sat next to that guy, or that guy came between us on the seat, and he's like, "Are you guys together?" And we are like, "No, you're good."
Well, yes, we are, but
you can sit with us. Yes, we are together, but you can sit with us. And where are you from? From Australia. I asked him, "Where are you from?" And he said he's from Australia. And I said, "Uh-oh, so you got to talk to my partner because he loves Crocodile Dundee and everything about Australia." So,
I love Australia.
Yeah.
And Australians.
Yeah, so he fell in love with that Australian as well, right?
There were a lot of Australians here, 64 people, and it's really impressive because they have a 18-hour time difference. They almost miss a whole day, and it's a really long travel for them, like even much more than for us from Europe. So it's really impressing me how they come here.
So a lot of things which Dr. Joe shared on the retreat with us, the information, are usually the things which he writes in a book. Even here, he used things like, when you are talking about the energy body or electromagnetic field around our body, and the hologram which for example, every living being creates, and you, for example, cut the leaf, so under this Kirlian photograph, or however it's called, if I'm wrong, please just find it on the internet. You can still see the leaf whole as it used to be, and he still talked about how we are more matter. We are basically fields which are collapsing, which are mingling, which are constantly interacting with frequency, and we are frequency.
And on top of showing us this leaf which was cut, and then you could see the whole shape of the leaf under that special photography, he also showed us a new visualization where they put a seed from a plant in the water. That's what we liked, right?
Yeah, we loved it.
They put a seed in a water, they froze the water, and then they were looking at that water crystal underneath the microscope, and the watermelon seed, the crystal which it created was looking like a watermelon.
Or the sunflower seed created
Sorry, I meant
looked
sunflower.
like a sunflower, absolutely like the flower.
It had like the middle part and the leaves. You could see it in the eyes just by putting the seed in there.
The question is, what is carrying the pattern, if the water or the seed?
That's what we were wondering, together.
Yeah. So it's because we are also water, and wherever you put water, it starts to bloom.
Live.
But if there is no water, there is no information. So maybe the information is in the water, and which is in contact with the seeds, and it creates the huge trees, for example, and so on. But if there is no water, there is not the information, but Dr. Joe meant it also that in the seed is this information. But I have a feeling that maybe it's in the water. So
that's really interesting, because water is in contact with everything that is living. And that water would carry this information. We know that water carries information. That's also why we created these shirts, "Thank you, I love you," with these affirmations, because it changes the frequency and energy of the person wearing it. So it could really be that water is a storehouse of memory, and it knows how each seed is gonna turn out.
Yeah,
that could
be because there is.
We're just speculating here, but
it's just a speculation. But it's amazing how you could see a photograph of the whole plant or of the whole tree underneath this microscope when they just put it in the water, leave it there for a few hours, and then the information is already there. The information is already how the tree is going to go big, and so on and so on. Because I feel also it depends where you plant the seed, because the information is there, but the conditions are sort of like shaping the seed and the tree or whatever is growing. So it's also accordingly to environment, or dependent on environment as well. So that was really interesting for me that we can share, because you can find it on internet as well. And yeah, Dr. Joe also shared some teaching from YouTube, which we can link down below this video, about space. And how actually
the field.
Yeah, about the field. And he was actually the person who is teaching this teaching.
I don't know if he's a quantum physicist or scientist.
Yeah, he's something like quantum physicist or something like that. Theoretical physicist, I don't know. And he was teaching about empty space. And Dr. Joe still wants us to go to the emptiness, to the blackness, you know, this, and you know, his meditations too, probably. And this empty space is actually visualized as a space. If you have empty box, and there is still, even though you don't see anything there, there is still so much frequency and energy in that box moving. And it's beautifully visualized in those videos, which we will link down below this video. So you definitely check it out if you want to see and just make your mind about it, or just like inspire from that. So it's really cool. That's what we are basically building on, this information.
It's like the question, what are we and everything in this universe made of? And like the science was still getting deeper and deeper into the actual material that builds everything, the building block. And first they thought it's the elements from the you know, the metals and all that, the minerals, that's what we were made of. And then they went further. Periodic table, thank you. Then they went deeper and they saw atoms and electrons, and
then they saw quarks and stuff like that, and they couldn't find any smaller particle, but Faraday discovered this field, electromagnetic field, and nobody could argue with you when you put two magnets against each other and they will not be able to connect. There is some invisible force which is actually absolutely invisible. You can't touch it, but you know that it's there. And this is also us, you know, and that's what we work with. And if you believe, and if you actually know and try the electromagnetic field or the magnetic field with those magnets, magnets, then you will also remember that we are made out of electromagnetic field. Then it's much easier to do the work and give it more meaning, so you have better outcomes.
Like visualize it a little bit better, get a little better understanding and feeling of how this all works. Yeah, you have been paying extremely well attention.
So I also had some my personal process. We did 3 meditations. And for me, it was incredibly amazing how I could connect to the nothingness after what he showed us, and we will link it down this video, because there is this vast space, this black space full of energy and full of basically every potential you can imagine. So it was beautiful to connect to that, and I was very, very tired in the morning, so I had also a little bit glimpses of this kind of visions and a lot of weird
liminal state between wakefulness and sleep.
It was like liminal state, exactly. And then I got less tired and I didn't have this in my meditations, which is kind of cool. Now I understand when Dr. Joe says, yeah, I'm happy and tired and I have the best stays, and now I understand when person is happy and tired, what he actually means by that. So it was also really, really nice. Yeah, so what else do you want to share?
Yeah, well, the meditations was for me, I'm very happy with me that I wasn't upset with anything, that I wasn't like impatient with me. Oh, I'm not doing it right, not doing it good enough. Oh no, I'm thinking I paid so much money and now I'm wasting my time thinking in my meditation. I didn't have any of that, which was very new for me and really nice. And I was speaking to my neighbor today, and she also said that she just felt this peace. It's just, we are here and I feel grateful and I'm just enjoying it, and I do the meditations, I go all in, of course, there is no question about that, and it's just wonderful, and I can't even judge the meditation as being good or bad.
I actually realized when I talked to my friend, which I know already from 5 years ago from a retreat, we talked a little bit, and because you talk very little in this this work, you don't talk, you just have to go, you know, we have to go. We are not having time to really have long conversations here. But I was actually remembering how I was starting with this work and how much dedication I had for this work, because I was actually having very much anger inside of my body. And when we got together with Raphael, he can confirm to you that I was slamming the door after every meditation. I was upset about how I didn't do it well. I was sometimes really slamming the door. And here I realized that I was so much living in a stress and survival, and I was exhausted from my life for a very, very long time, from very, very little girl, that I forgot to have enjoyable moments in life. And here I'm actually, first time, I guess, so consciously having the intention to have enjoyable meditations. I didn't really even think that it's important in life, you know. And Dr. Joe mentioned it, you know, did you have enjoyable meditation? Was it enjoyable? And I'm like, wow, he's actually right. He's asking us if we had enjoyable meditation. Because if you can give to yourself, and he was mentioning it on all of the events, nobody is giving it to you, nobody is doing it for you. You are giving it to yourself. You are giving to yourself the feeling, the good feeling, also the bad feeling. But we are so programmed and disconnected from our body. I was extremely disconnected from my body. I wasn't even living there in the body. I was really somewhere totally else than in my body. I could take much more pain than other people. I could just do a lot of other things than other people. They were already tired and I was going. That's why my body had certain issues then later. But you know, now I'm realizing that when we really truly want to be healthy and wealthy and happy, we have to live in our body. We have to really connect with our heart, with our first center, pelvic floor, every center, every cell, and we really have to be there, present. We can't run away from our body because it feels uncomfortable to be within a body, because it feels like we have too much anger or too much sadness or fear or something. This is only making us to disconnect from our body more and from people around us more and from nature. That's why people can hurt other people, because they are so disconnected from nature.
Yeah.
That's why people can hurt animals, because they are so disconnected from themselves. They don't feel pain themselves. They are so disconnected from the feeling that they can just go and hurt somebody. But imagine if we will teach children and ourselves and everybody around us to be connected to our body. We would never hurt. We would never pour chemicals into the nature, because we know we are nature, you know. So this is something which I realized that we have to really start, all of us, start giving to us the good, beautiful feelings, because nobody ever is going to give it to you but you. Even though you think you are in love with somebody else, it's you giving to yourself the love.
It's your attitude towards it.
Yeah. And also in the meditations, I was like, oh my gosh, there's like 2,000 people and everybody has a different experience in a meditation. Nobody has the same. Nobody can tell you it was exactly like this. It's absolutely everybody else, everybody's like personal information, personal
it's something
experience.
Impossible to compare to one another.
Yeah,
I had it better than you.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah, it's impossible to say you have better meditation, you have worse, you are more advanced, I'm less advanced. Nothing like that exists.
Also because they do the science and they have to prove that some people have really profound changes in their body and in their brain. And when they are asked after that study, what happened, what did you experience, they're like, oh, I didn't feel anything, I thought I didn't even do it right. But we have this data here showing you the proof that you have really changed significantly. So we can really never judge it and compare it.
I realized, and I also read this book from 16-year-old girl which was absolutely tortured and bullied in school, like really tough time they were giving to her co-students, and she decided she chose to feel love in her life, and she chose to become and be love. And that's what's our task. You know, we are so programmed to be angry. You watch the news, you still see somebody fighting. And I also was convinced that if I don't suffer enough, I'm not worthy. I didn't even adore somebody who was just happy without any problem, because I thought if you have a problem, you are worthy because you overcome them and you heal and you are a much better person than the person who is absolutely okay whole life. But it is possible to be okay a whole life, because if you're connected to you will be healthy. It's connection to your soul, and you can never do something what could harm you. You will always say no to things which are not good for you, you know, and we can just talk about it over and over.
Dr. Joe was saying something profound today, that the soul's purpose is not to be a teacher or to be a life coach or something like that. Soul's purpose is to experience the highest level of love. And if we are in our program and we just have every day being exactly the same as the next one, then the soul goes to sleep and says, hey, wake me up when something happens. And we sometimes think, okay, what is my soul's purpose? You know, okay, I have to contribute to so many people's lives, and that's my purpose. But the soul just really wants to connect with this energy and with this love, and carrying this energy with us, this love, pure love, is gonna affect everything and everyone around us.
And we are doing everything in our life for the emotion which it gives us. For example, you want to help to other people, but you are feeling certain way after you help somebody, and this is the emotion, this is your reward why you do something. And if I was feeling really, really bad, I was probably convinced that I deserve it. I had to work, and I had to be so aware of how I lived and how I behaved that I said to myself, I'm no longer going to trust this. I'm no longer going to do this. But I don't want to believe that I deserve to be punished for my mistakes. Everybody's doing mistakes, you know, and I was panicking, like overly stressed about doing a mistake, for example, because of course it comes from childhood, and I couldn't do anything wrongly, and I had to be perfect in the first try, you know, and you know that you are not able to walk immediately when you start to learn how to walk and so on. So we are all evolving, and I know that when you connect to this video, you are also connecting to the energy which we have from this beautiful retreat or
this community of people.
This community, yeah. So I believe that if we are really fields, if we are information, if we are frequency, there is no way how we, you know, you have to watch that box video. You have to really watch it. You will see the empty box and how alive it is in there, and then you will understand that you just can connect to this nothingness, and there is still a lot of things to be having, to know, and we are really perceiving our world through our eyes, through our nose, through our ears. But if you disconnect from all of these senses, if you are somewhere where something really, like it's like a grenade, and you lose hearing, and you don't see because it's so dusty, and you don't smell anything, you just forget who you are, because then you have to connect to your consciousness, because that's what you are. You know what I mean? That Dr. Joe was sharing also about this perception of us, that we see, here is a table, here is a couch, here is you and me. But if you turn off light, then you have no idea what's around you, and you are still there. You're still the consciousness which is in the space. But we think we have only this reality to be in. But there is a lot of reality, basically infinite amount of realities for us.
I wonder if those infinite potentials that exist at the same time, if they also exist in a three-dimensional world, that like my body or me is experiencing all those infinite potentials actually in a physical world, or if it's just as the potential in the field, in energy.
I don't know what you just said. I don't understand.
During this retreat, I also really contemplate a lot about these quantum things, and it's hard to put them into word. I feel or sense something that I maybe have a little better understanding, but it's really difficult to put into words. He also told us that we can really communicate with the field, communicate with that divine energy just normally, and also when we have a certain problem or challenge in our life and we just can't seem to figure it out, no matter what we try, we can really go into meditation. And you can also do this just with playing music. You don't have to listen to his instructions, but you can go in meditation and say, hey, I surrender this pain or this problem, this challenge. I surrender it to you, higher intelligence.
Or highest love.
Highest love, because I have trust in you, and I know that you have all the information and all the wisdom, and I know you have access to it, and I give it to you, and I trust that, or I ask you that you will give something that will resolve it for me.
And there is a big enhancement, or I don't know how to say it in English, from Dr. Joe to create really relationship with this energy. Because if you create relationship, personal relationship with it, it's going to be so happy that you pay attention to it. So it will pay attention to you. Absolutely, because this energy is absolutely real. And the more you trust in it, the more proofs you will get that it's absolutely real. And it's like in the past, people were talking to God. My grandfather used to talk to God.
Yes.
And it's the same thing. It's just a different name, and it's just differently perceived energy. But there is something higher than us, and you know that you can talk to something, you can pray to something. And my grandfather was, for example, very much talking to God all the time.
Me too. I was also, before I got to know this work and meditation, I was also communicating with God. But with a little caveat, I usually only did it when I had a problem.
Yeah.
But I also I never forgot to also thank God for everything in those moments.
So we would love to share with you more things. We hope that you can inspire and you can be a little bit with us in here, at least a little bit, because it's an amazing opportunity to be here, and we know already from the research and everything that it doesn't matter how much you meditate or how many people are meditating, but if you are coherent and you're just giving love to somebody or healing to somebody, that it really changes the Earth's electromagnetic field even, you know. So you can also see the Schumann resonance now. People were mentioning it here.
Yeah.
That it's just like different, you know, and the resonance is getting higher or something. And it's all because it's somehow ascending our consciousness and our sensitivity, and we want to go back to who we are from the perspective of much more evolved beings now.
Sometimes it's like Dr. Joe is pulling the rug underneath our feet when he teaches us these new things, new concepts, because they're so new and unknown for me, and it makes me feel like, my gosh, I have no clue about reality. There's so much more than meets the eye, and it opens up whole new worlds and possibilities and universes and dimensions which I never thought of before. And I now also understand that probably after me experiencing and tipping my toes into these new dimensions, there's probably something beyond that as well. It's endless.
Yeah. And who knows where we are going to get with this work and with this information. And I know that Dr. Joe is one of the teachers who teach this beautiful, amazing thing, that there is a lot of other people like Dawson's Church and
Neil Donald Walsh.
Yeah, or other beautiful people. But I think we are just all going there. We are all led to there because we know something is. We know something, and I think we all know that there has to be something more to reality than what we are experiencing right now. There has to be something more. And you can ask the divine to show you more, to give you more, and to give you the love which you are
just
worthy
speak to
of.
it.
Yeah, just
speak to it like a friend, normal, and you don't have to make a big deal out of it. You don't have to have a heart open until the moon to speak to it. Just normally, hey, you know what, I'm giving this to you.
It doesn't matter how you are evaluating that you have open heart. Just the thought of the open heart is opening your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are in that moment not thinking about how limited you are or how closed your heart is. You are thinking about open heart.
Mm-hmm.
If you are thinking now about the sea, clear blue sea in Maldives, you are probably not going to think about mud at all. So now you think about mud because I said mud. But now you see, now you have to see, think about the sea. So you know how you change, how you play, and this is exactly signaling the genes and the chemicals in your body and the electric signals in your body. It's so simple. It's just the thought of you being healthy. It's creating health. Thought and reaffirming that you are sick and you are having a problem is just creating more problem and more sickness.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to acknowledge it, but then it's good to say, I'm moving there.
Mm-hmm.
I decided that I'm moving there. You know,
Yeah, you're committed to your new
I'm moving
future.
towards love, towards more love towards me.
Mm-hmm.
And more love always brings more health.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And more abundance and so on.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that. The data is saying that. And the people who are around us and who healed themselves are saying that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not coming from my head or mind. It's coming from those people, from their experiences.
Yeah.
So if they can do it, you can do it too.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Don't ever forget that you're unlimited, and send you greetings from our beautiful room in the Riviera Maya.
Mm-hmm.